Alright guys, we're going to continue our series of videos here with our Ubuntu 20.04 server. Just got SSL installed, self-signed certificate. Let's go ahead and get a little file manager going. Lots of file managers you can use on PHP. I actually really like the tiny file manager. It's literally one file, super small code base, totally hackable. You can modify it, play around with it. So let's go ahead and get that. Here's the website, tinyfilemanager.github.io. We're actually going to go ahead and click into the GitHub button there. And in our terminal, let's head over to our web root directory. And let's just do a git clone. And actually, you know what? This is the first time we're running git on this machine. We don't have it. So let's quickly install git, apt install git. Good tool to have, good thing to learn. Maybe we'll do a couple videos on that. Maybe we won't. There's lots and lots of videos that you guys can watch on how to learn how to use Git or GitHub or any of the source control management. All right, so that's done. Cool. Let's do git clone. And we'll grab the link here, or at least look it up because I can't copy into this virtual box, which is silly. Git clone, https://github.com/prasathmani/tiny file manager. That'll be a .git. Cloning. Voila, cool. We've got a folder called Tiny File Manager, and we literally only need one file out of this, and then we're going to actually just delete this directory so we don't have extra files we don't need. And that's that tinyfilemanager.php file right there. So let's cp that and change the name because I don't want to type that out every time into our main root directory. .. We'll call it files.php. All right. cd period ls. Cool, we have files in there. Let's get rid of the directory. Tiny file manager. All right, let's head on over to our browser, fire it up, see if that works. Files.php. Cool, that works. You can see right out of the box that it does have a user login. It is hard-coded. In the documentation, they go into how to set that up, user management. You can see they have a couple default ones in here. They've got admin and user. So let's go ahead and just use this. The password default for admin is admin@123. Admin@123. All right, we're in. Cool. Let's go ahead and do a quick test because I'm pretty sure that we don't have permissions set up to make a new file or even write to these folders yet, and I'll show you why. Let's try a file here, test. Wait now. Cannot open file test. All right. We could check out the log. In fact, not a bad thing to do. Let's do that, even though I already know what's wrong. cat/var/log/nginx/error. And there is no error. Huh. Did not get logged to that. Access files. All right, well, it just says cannot open file test. So let's look at why that is. It is because currently our web root folder is owned by the root user. Because I've been making this entire installation using the root user. But never fear, it's a very simple fix. We'll just change the ownership. So let's back out one level. So we are in the www folder. Do chown-R for recursively changing ownership and the folder. We're going to change it to www-data for the user and www-data for the group. And we'll just throw in their folder, HTML. We'll do another ls-l. Cool. Those look like that's been updated. Yes. So we now have www data ownership and group. Let's go back and try to create that file again. New item, file, test, create now. Bam. There we are. Go ahead and delete it. Make sure we can do that. Cool. So let's go ahead and change the password just to secure this file manager really quick. So go into the one single file, files.php. We've got edit and advanced editor. Advanced editor is always good because it's got some code highlighting and some search features. It's using the ACE code editor, which I love. And you'll see right away that we have two users, admin and user, and they just have a password hash. And in the comments here, it tells you where to go to generate a hash. They created one for their application here. So let's just paste that in. And we'll enter a very super secure password. And we'll generate that hash. Copy it, bring it back. And we'll overwrite that. Control V. All right, so our admin user should now be able to use our new password. So let's sign out and try it. Admin, super secure password, and it works. Cool. So a couple more things. You guys, this video is actually done right now, but I'm going to show you a couple things that I like to do for personal preference. And that is in the editor here, I like the theme to be a dark theme. And it's very simple to do that in Tiny File Manager. To set the default theme, you have options here. You can click, you can change through all the different themes. But if you have a theme that you like to use every time and you know what that is, mine is Monakai. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's my favorite. You can set that as a default by going into the Tiny File Manager file, hit Control F to search, and look for set theme. And you'll see there's a line right here that's been commented out. Just need to uncomment it. Oops, I'm losing it. Where'd I go? Where'd it go? Okay, set theme, uncomment it, and right now it's pointing to Twilight, the dark theme, but I want Monakai. So I'm going to change that. We'll hit Control S, refresh to make sure it took. Refresh one more time. Yeah, there it is. It took. So that's optimization number one, or I guess preference number one, I should say. Preference number two is this strange little thing that I'm not really sure why it does it. Largely, this file manager will detect the MIME type. So if you're trying to edit a HTML file or a JavaScript file, it'll automatically select the correct syntax highlighting engine for the editor. And if we hit Control comma to see what the ACE editor is using right now, there's no mode selected at all. Not 100% sure why, but if we go to the line of code that sets the mode, so it's actually set mode, it's just above where we commented out or uncommented out our theme. It's this little bit right here for PHP. It works. This works fine for pretty much everything else that I've tried for JavaScript, CSS, HTML, but the inline true option, it breaks when you try to set it to PHP. So I'm not 100% sure why that is. So I just take it out. I hit save, and we're gonna refresh. And now we see that that bug is gone and the highlighting is highlighting properly. In fact, if we hit Control comma, we can see now that the mode is in fact set to PHP. Let's back out and look at an index file. Advanced editor, Control comma, you can see the mode is set to HTML. For whatever reason, the Tiny File Manager developer does not update these select boxes to reflect the mode and the theme that's being currently used. So don't freak out when you look at those and you think, oh, it's not working. I'm not in a JavaScript file. I'm in HTML or I'm in PHP or whatever. They just don't update these select boxes to display what it is that you're actually using. So that's it, guys. We've got a Tiny File Manager that we can now use to write some code if we want. and manage files, upload images, whatever you want to do. Feel free to take a look at the docs for Tiny File Manager. It's actually a very short read. It's, like I said, very simple. Check out the code base. It's actually not all that hard to follow. So yeah, all right, we'll see you guys in another video sometime later. Peace.